If I can't have you.
What's up, guys? Hey, how you guys doing? Happy New Year's. Hope you guys had a safe holiday season. And today we're going to be talking about a topic that I'm very excited to go into, and something I've been wanting to talk about over the last year or so, just haven't really had the time. Today we're going to be talking about one of my past videos. This one right here, it's one of my more popular videos, and got a lot of love, got a lot of hate actually on it. It's about how I financed my Tesla Model 3. Today we're going to be talking about, do I regret that decision, as well as would I do it all over again? Now, this video, I got comments like, should have listened to Dave Ramsey more, and other comments like YOLO. But that was almost 3 years ago, and my car's birthday is coming up. I got it in February of 2018, so almost there. And I got it when I was 23, was it 23 or 22 years old? Now I'm 25, and it is another year, another wiser, I suppose. But we're gonna be talking about a couple of those decisions, and now growing up a little bit more, what I know about the world or something like that. We're gonna see would I still do it again, because I would like to think that I could have some good advice for some of you young folks, since I am young Tesla, I guess, of some good advice for you guys if you guys really want an electric car in the market. So, if you guys don't know, I was shopping all around for how to finance the Tesla Model 3 through various lenders, through credit unions, through Tesla Finance, and through different major banks, as well as going shopping for some auto insurance. Now, I was a young boy with a pretty good driving record, so but with a brand new sports car, so obviously the rates weren't for me back then. And the rate that I obviously ended up going with, I ended up going through Tesla Finance, and they branch it out to different major banks. They can bring you to Chase, to different banks. I went with BMO, that's who they outsourced me to. And I think the rate for them was 3.34% for 72 months, that's 6 years. And I think the payment for that was about $774 a month. Plus, I went with farmer's insurance. Some people were asking about the coverage on that. It's one of the more expensive coverages. I think it's around the 500,000 mark, just to be safe, to get covered. And so that was a little bit more pricey, around $200 a month as well. So, whoa, hefty price tag there already. We have $970, almost $1,000 for just my car payment. Yes, no gas, low maintenance, but is that cost really worth it? Now, this is a 72-month loan, meaning that is the next 6 years of my life. So, assuming this, I have 3 more years coming up. Now, I'm talking about a little of the background that I was having 3 years ago, where I was. Some of you guys know I was a college student and saved up a good amount of money just so I could get it and save up for having some the down payment and future monthly payments for that car. And I am going to be looking at just what I wanted and opportunity cost, what I could have done with that money, maybe. Now, being 22, 23, in your early 20s, I have come to learn you really want to set up the foundation for success. And I have, best way to do that is set yourself up right when you're young and keep learning. That's one of the most important things you guys can do. Keep learning from various sources. Look at the other people that you look up to and are successful, and surround yourself around them and pick their brains, ask them a bunch of questions, because that's honestly what I did, and I feel I'm in a much better position to make better decisions. I could probably be looking at this video in a few years and totally disagree with myself even more, but you live and you learn, right? So back then, college student, you really don't have a job yet, and I was in school for my doctorate of physical therapy. So I knew I was going to be able to get a job, and I was able to have, a decent salary or a decent paycheck. And I just didn't know about would I be living with my parents still, or just all those other responsibilities you don't think about. And it really comes down to what are your goals? Some people's goal is to just get their dream car and get what they want, and they have a lot of fun. Nothing wrong with that, not at all. But like I said earlier in the video, my suggestion is if you're in your early 20s, let's set up that foundation for success. And that's very important. Now, all because you have money, I'm learning you don't always have to spend it. Now, one of the important things is that you have as you grow older, you're like, okay, I got a job. I want to be able to taste the fruit of my labor and spend now that I have a paycheck. But now I'll know a little bit more about the stock market, know a little bit more about passive income, and you know what? Watch a few Dave Ramsey videos. And what I learned is the best way to build that foundation up for yourself is, like I said, have variable sources of income. If you guys see my recent videos, I did start up a business in the last year, and that's one source of income. My other job, another source of income. Stock market, another source of income. And start getting passive things going. You can make a YouTube, another source of income. But really, you want to diversify where you're getting your money from, and then you can use that money to have the opportunity to get something even more. For example, real estate. I was able to get a house, and then that builds equity, and then be able to rent it out someday and get more passive income. There's an opportunity on that. Now, with a car, obviously, you hear it all the time. You drive it off the lot, boom, depreciates in value. For me, where my job is, I'm driving all around the big city of San Diego. It actually worked beneficially for me as far as not being able to spend a lot on gas, not have to worry about oil changes, and taking my time with maintenance and everything. I was able to take advantage of all the things that the Tesla did save me. Now, like I said, I was putting around maybe 20,000 miles a year for my first year working in that car. So you can only imagine what it would cost in gas. Now, depending on where you live and everything, I know there's a lot of energy companies that offer incentives for driving an electric vehicle. And they have time of use plans where if you charge or use electricity at a certain point of the day, you get either a discounted rate. Now, that's super important because you can set the time in which you want your Tesla to charge. So here in San Diego, I'm not sure about other states' rates and everything. I was able to sign up for an EV plan that was 9 cents per kilowatt hour. And that was from midnight to 6 a.m. the following morning on weekdays, and then till 2 p.m. on weekends. So I was really able to take advantage of that. 9 cents per kilowatt hour, that is a crazy amount of savings compared to a gasoline car, as well as if you charge it at, some people get Teslas and charge it as supercharger as their primary mode of charging, which is about 36 cents per kilowatt hour. And the time it takes to do that doesn't outweigh the cost for me, because I do love my time. So back to my other videos about can you own a Tesla even if you don't have a house, and just being able to charge anywhere. Yes, there's a lot of charging alternatives. Yes, they're slow unless they're a supercharger. It's either a level 2, which is 20 miles an hour, so you're waiting there. And the supercharger, not only is it not necessarily destroying your battery, don't really know the physics behind that, but I know it's not that good for if you do it every single day, and some people do rely on superchargers for that. So really, having a house where you can plug it into it every night is kind of the best way to get your bang for your buck for your Tesla. So my conclusion here is if you're in your young 20s and you got the money to afford a Tesla, depends what your goals are. If your goal is, hey, you want to drive that car and you've been working for it, and that's the one thing, you know what? Go for it. I mean, it's a beautiful car. I love it. Yeah, you guys see how much I love it. And if you're another young 20-year-old trying to see what's good and you're saying, you know what, I'm gonna save in gas because that was my mindset, so I'm gonna ignore the fact of the high price tag, you might wanna think something else, and that's totally okay too. Be patient, all right? Totally fine. Everyone is in different places. You just gotta keep on going at your own pace. So, going back for me, would I do it all over again? If it didn't provide all the opportunities for me of being able to meet a bunch of new people through the Tesla community and through some of you guys and being able to reach out, as well as my future job and saving that much, I probably wouldn't. And that is just me having a little bit more knowledge in me now. And that's what I would do. But eventually, hey, I'm in a better place now. I would buy a Tesla like that again. I'd buy my wife a Tesla like that again. Still trying to convince her. So when you're watching this, babe, we're gonna get you one soon. Just gotta convince you. She wants a Porsche. So no offense to them, but I think the Model Y is a good way to go. But yeah, I love the Tesla. And hopefully this gets me more positive comments. Don't really care, but you live and you learn, and I'm excited to share what I learned. So if you guys have any questions, once again, it's the best way to reach me is through my Instagram @YoungTesla. I'm able to see DMs there a lot better than responding to comments on YouTube. Leave a comment there, I might be able to see it. Sometimes they just don't pop up as notifications. And another best way to reach me is you can also tweet me at my Twitter, same handle and everything. And yeah, I'll be looking forward to making more videos when I can. Looks like my time's freeing up a little bit more. So thanks for giving me a listen, guys. I appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying Tesla, go ahead. Referral code in the description below. But anyways, see you next time. Thanks for listening. Love ya.